Slancha, happy week 15. First week of the fantasy football playoffs.
For most people.
For most people, unless you're weird.
Yep.
Slancha. We got some crazy Saturday games. We're actually going to try to do this as quickly as possible because I'm done talking to you and him, and I just want to watch the football game. Bengals-Vikings was wild. Looked abysmal for the first half, and then second half looked pretty good.
Took forever.
Yeah. I played against Jordan Addison. Lucky me, but I also had the Raiders defense on Thursday, so...
And from my earlier video, I was wrong on Ty Chandler. Who knew that the Bengals just wouldn't even tackle for the first half? Or third quarter.
Only the left side of their defense.
Yeah.
Every time I saw the Vikings run right, I knew it was 5 yards at least.
Yep.
But...
So, Jamar Chase owners, sorry. Not looking good for you if you do move on for some reason this week. T. Higgins owners, called it. Good one. So, Jake Browning, it didn't look good.
I had to pick up Browning because I had Stroud and Herbert both go out last week. And Stroud is out this week.
Didn't look good for about 3 quarters, but Jake Browning put up 24 points. So,
it is what it is.
And Mixon got you a touchdown, and he looked a little sad and scary there for a while.
He was out for a couple quarters.
But ended up doing all right for most people. So, pretty shitty game, but
yep.
Good ending.
Could have been worse.
Good ending for fantasy purposes. So, there you go.
Anyways, we got
Moving on.
Sunday. Tomorrow, we got the Dolphins visiting the Jets. I have the Dolphins winning.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, the only person I would say be careful of is Tyreek Hill. Depending on who you are, if you're a wake up at 10 a.m. kind of person, I would take Tyreek Hill out and then put him back in just to make sure he actually plays. If you know you're going to wake up and you are responsible and or something, whatever those people do, keep him in and see what happens from there. But that's the only issue I would really have.
Yeah, if you're going to church or whatever, not gonna be seeing those last minute ruled out. Make sure you got Waddle in and Hill out. But
piggybacking on that with Olave, you just mentioned it in the daily. Olave is also a game time decision. So those are a couple big players that, especially when you're going to playoffs. We just had someone play Josh Jacobs, and the worst thing you can do is have 0 points this week. I have sitting Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson as well. They're just too inconsistent, and they didn't do jack the last time these teams met. Breece Hall only got 23 yards.
Garrett Wilson has been a flex option, double-digit points, I think, last 3 weeks after being scary. So I actually would say Garrett Wilson's a flex option. Breece Hall, I think you actually do play. But...
yeah, the last time they met, neither of these players, or the Jets didn't do anything, but they also had Tim Boyle.
That's what I mean. And Zach Wilson
different.
Sometimes looks good, sometimes looks bad. But
sometimes good, sometimes shit.
Yeah, you decide if based on your lineup. But I'd say Garrett Wilson's flex and Breece Hall, you're probably starting. I'd be cautious on, you're probably playing Raheem Mostert. He's the number 2 running back for the year. But I would be cautious. And a chain I probably wouldn't play. The Jets defense is the number 5 scoring defense on the year for fantasy. So
they all the Dolphins ended up scoring some good points. Mostert got a couple touchdowns at the end. So I think they'll be fine.
I mean, the Jets offense will probably put their defense in a bad situation so you can score some points. But
that's how Mostert ended up getting a couple touchdowns last week.
Yep. No, I like Mostert, but a chain, I think I would look at other options.
Next, we have the Texans visiting the Titans. Like I just said, Stroud is out. I have the Titans winning that game.
I have the Texans winning.
Unfortunately, you picked on Wednesday.
But yeah.
You still think so?
We had to have picks in. I got a really low number, so on strength of the win. So I think the Texans, this might be a surprise, and they still may win.
I hope so. That was they're my 7th seed pick a few weeks ago, so maybe.
But yeah, we'll see. I say you can play other than Texans quarterback. Nico Collins is out. It looking like Tank Dell's out. So Dalton Schultz coming back. Good option probably at tight end.
I just put Texans in general sitting. Maybe it's a Dalton Schultz. I don't know who their backup quarterback is, but they're just
Davis
too injured.
Mills.
Even their
Davis Mills.
offensive line is hurt, and they're just too injured and inconsistent
But
for me to pick their players.
Davis Mills was starter most of the year, if not all year last year. He knows how to play quarterback, kind of. So
there's a reason he's a backup, so kinda.
But no, I mean, there were signs. So unfortunately, he won't have all the weapons. But I think it'll be a good Devin Singletary game and Dalton Schultz game.
Okay.
So
I do have Derrick Henry obviously as a start, and Will Levis I have as a possible start depending on who you are. You didn't get Jake Browning. I think he'll have the same type of game where it might be rough in the first half, but he'll end up scoring some kind of points if you ended up like me with Herbert and Stroud and you're looking for something out there. He's looked good the last couple of weeks, and he's got some fight in him. So that's kind of basically what I'm basing it on, honestly.
he had good week when he started.
Good week, bad week,
bad
good
3 weeks. No, bad 3 weeks, and now a good week. So, but I mean, if your point to if you missed out on Stafford, Jake Browning, some of those quarterbacks were available, you might throw a dart at Will Levis. But I do like D-Hop, as I spoke in the DFF. Will Levis has finally figured out D-Hop's a pretty good receiver. So
good job. Like he did the first game.
Yeah, the first game, he decided, I'll go back to that.
Buccaneers visiting Lambeau. I have the Packers winning this game.
Me too.
Starting A.J. Dillon, Jordan Love. If he plays. Aaron Jones is more of the out guy, I guess. More questionable. A.J. Dillon, when I just looked an hour ago, wasn't even on...
thumb surgery.
He wasn't even on the list.
Questionable. Okay.
So if it's one of the two, I think so.
Maybe Patrick Taylor in the backfield.
I wouldn't start him.
And then I really like Jordan Love because they won't...
Jordan Love's good. The Packers receivers, though, are too inconsistent for me on who it's going to be. Rashad White have a start. Mike Evans start. Pretty basic from there.
No, I like Jordan Love and Dobbs and Jaden Reed. And I also talked about in DFF Jaden Reed being a good option because if those running backs are struggling, they'll run with Jaden Reed.
Yeah. Giants visiting the Saints. I have the Giants winning this one.
I got the Saints.
Saints are just too consistently bad, I guess.
Consistently inconsistent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kept it being a little high on
I don't know if the Giants are any more consistent.
But same thing as the Titans at this point. Picking people who have some fight in them. Sometimes it's heart that just wins you games, I guess.
Took the home team, though. Giants, I still don't have faith in Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
So I took the Saints. And
they're riding him hard.
I think Kamara, Kamara, good game.
Yeah.
I
have sitting DeVito just to help you. I don't. I wouldn't play him.
Don't think
he's gonna.
Yeah, don't think he's gonna repeat the Green Bay thing.
Sitting Carr though, the Saints receivers. I hit on it a little earlier with the Olave possibly out. Yep. There's no chemistry really going on.
I like Rashid Shaheed and hopefully a couple of deep balls because Giants secondary can be suspect. Barkley, I'd temper your expectations. Saints defense is still pretty good, but you're playing Barkley.
Yeah,
I don't think you're playing any other Giant.
The one person I have there, if you're looking for someone who might have a great game, is Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yeah,
sticking with the theory of targets and receptions. He's been getting a bunch of targets.
He did. Had a career high last
career
week.
High. I think he can be a flex option.
I think the Saints defense is a lot better and a lot different than the Packers defense. That's all.
Packers actually have had the best secondary. Not the best, but in the last 5 weeks or something like that, they've had one of the best top 5s.
No faith in the Packers defense.
Okay. And their secondary's been pretty good. Next game, Falcons visiting Carolina. I have the Falcons winning this one for obvious reasons. I don't know if the Panthers are going to win another game. You would you agree? Probably. Yes. No.
Probably not. I got Falcons. This could be a tricky
If
one,
they
but
do win another game, this is going to be it.
yeah,
Probably.
but I do have the Falcons as well.
Starting Thielen, Bijan. If it's not a PPR, I only play in PPR. We should probably next season do non-PPR to see what other people kind of deal with.
No one does non-PPR.
But Bijan's getting like
irrelevant.
50 rushing yards a game and no touchdown. So I don't know. You might sit him, but he's also getting 50 reception yards.
You're probably playing Bijan, and that's about it on the Falcons.
I don't know.
That's it.
Also, Drake London, temper your expectations for him. I'm the opposite of him with Wan'Dale Robinson. Wan'Dale Robinson, I feel like, could be a little bit more consistently good. Drake London, I think, is going to drop down by a lot after last week's big game. Bears visiting Cleveland. I have the Browns winning this game.
I have the Browns.
DJ Moore, start. Fields has been looking amazing. That's about it for the Bears. The Browns are still only giving up 10 points, but I'm not 10 points. Is it an average of what did they give up last week? No, they gave up about 27, so the average is probably somewhere around like 15.
Yeah.
At this point at home, but still pretty solid defense at home.
I would honestly think about someone like Fields. I'd honestly think about starting a Jake Browning instead of a Justin Fields. I mean, I know Jake Brown's already played Stafford instead of Justin Fields this week, just because of that Browns defense. I mean,
it's hard at that point, especially since now today's Saturday.
I wouldn't start any Browns or Bears running backs as
no
per usual.
Fields and Moore are the only two people I'd look at. Amari Cooper and Cole Kmet have looked consistent. Amari Cooper, I was hesitant to write that name down because of his past.
Yeah, I know.
But he might be a start depending on what you're looking at.
No, last week
he's had a couple decently. Surprising weeks, which is why I'm waiting for the downhill climb.
I traded for him earlier in the year, and weirdly, he has been more consistent this year than any other year with the chaos at quarterback there for the Browns. So
it's been interesting.
It's weird. Cooper, I like DJ Moore. You're probably playing him unless you got a lineup like I do, where I have DJ Moore sitting. Because I have Amon-Ra, Tyreek, and A.J. Brown. But if Tyreek's out, I would play DJ Moore. But I like Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet would be the one probably Fields
especially
leans
as a tight
on.
end. You're looking at 10 points, but this year has been pretty bad at tight end, and a 10-point game for you is probably pretty solid. You're probably outscoring the other guy. Chiefs-Patriots. I have the Chiefs winning this one. No way they lose 3... freaking 4 in a row, whatever it is.
Against the Patriots, I got the Chiefs.
Yeah. And you're starting your Mahomes, your Kelsey. Pacheco. Same 3 guys on the Chiefs. It's been the whole time, almost.
Weirdly, Mahomes, who hasn't missed a game, is the 7th ranked scoring quarterback this year. I don't know if he's a must-start at this point.
I mean, at 7, that's still 8-team league.
Think of it.
Starting quarterback.
Think of how many injuries there's been. And if those others would have stayed healthy...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
He would be
the only reason he's a top 7 is because he's actually played every game.
Yeah, the only reason he's top 12
is
maybe because he's played every game. So I'm saying Mahomes, where it was... But you're playing him, now you're going... I mean...
But can you sit him? It's like that. He's at that annoying stage where you're like, shit. Can I sit him?
Hey,
please. But I'm gonna hate myself if he scores 30.
If you got some cojones and pull it off, go for it.
Yeah.
Especially if you need a home run. I
guess he's on the same level at that point where I put Bijan.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you're like.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
I can go for a home run.
That little statistic.
I would never have thought it.
Will Levis
until this year.
Instead of Mahomes.
No, I don't know if I'd go there.
No, the Texans are pretty bad.
They are.
I put $5 right now that Will Levis scores more fantasy points than Mahomes this weekend.
Oh, I'll take that bet.
You think Mahomes will get more than Levis?
Yeah.
I'll take it. Whatever.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So, but you know,
If anybody ever watches this, they're gonna say that I was drunk as shit. And I will say, nope, it's 10 a.m.
I will say,
I'm just stupid.
I will say right now, Matthew Stafford will score more than Patrick Mahomes, and I would not have said that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Oh, if I'm taking Levis,
So,
I would take that bet
No,
too.
but that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
that's where we're at with Mahomes and how bad their offense has been this year.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
Kelsey, you're playing, and Patriots.
Elliott has been really good. I
Patriots.
didn't realize because I don't have a piece of him. But he's been really good.
I talked about him in DFF. I took
Yeah.
him on DFF mixed picks. And
Oh, you did? I wasn't even paying attention.
I know
when you were saying
I know.
that.
I know. Look, he's
There you go.
only like $17 and had a huge game last week.
It's been like 3 or 4 weeks.
They're going to need to rely on him,
Yeah.
in this game because the Chiefs' pass defense is way better than their run defense. So, or the dump offs, like
Yeah.
he
Well,
got
he's
last
got
week.
like 5 receptions, 7
Yep.
receptions.
Yeah, and he's the only one there. There's
Weird.
no one
I've
else.
never.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Who-
one of
who
those
would've
ones
thunk?
I should have paid more attention.
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
actually-
have a piece of him, and they kind of go under your radar,
To back it up, I'm actually playing Elliott in the auction. So,
Okay.
over DeAndre Swift. Who would have thought that? There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
We'll hit on that. 49ers, Cardinals. I'm playing the 49ers
49ers winning.
people. Yeah.
You're playing every 49er you can.
Cool.
You might pick up some of their fans out of the stands and play them.
They might start starting them.
They might
throw 'em
score.
out there.
They might score more
Second
than
half, anybody plays.
And you're sitting. I would sit everyone, and I'd be another one. I'd be cautious of who's been pretty decent. Kyler Murray. I'd be a little worried.
I was almost going to say every Cardinal. I don't think
I'd probably sit in them all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Washington against the Rams. I got the Rams winning this game.
I got the Rams.
Washington looks like they've given up. We're starting Kyron Williams, Cup, Nakua. I think they're all must start. Stafford is a start. They put up a pretty good game against the Ravens. They look like they want to get that second NFC West spot and possibly make a run.
Get in the playoffs, and
Yeah.
and Washington doesn't look like they want to do anything. So
So that's an easy pick, I think.
Yep. And you're probably, I don't even know if you can play McLaurin, Dotson, any of them.
I should have.
The only person
that.
I might have to play is Brian Robinson, but even then,
Yeah.
he's kind of taken a downhill turn.
Yeah.
So
I think same thing I've said every week for the last 3 or 4. They're just too inconsistent on who's going to be the ball player.
Yep.
On that team.
Yep.
Cowboys, Bills. We both have the Cowboys, unfortunately.
Got the Cowboys. Yep.
In Buffalo, that's a trap game, possibly.
Yeah, I could see Buffalo winning this.
I would
I
be
got a
super surprised.
low score on this one. Buffalo is favored.
It is not, what do you say, a trap game for the
Yeah.
Bengals or whatever
Yeah.
the announcer was saying.
Genius. Steve Smith.
Yeah, he said the Bengals were going to be a trap game for the Vikings. No, it's the other way around, right? I don't know. Anyways, it was dumb. This is a possible trap game.
It was dumb, just like we're sounding right now.
Probably. We're playing Ferguson. I just said play them. Ferguson, Gallup, Lamb, Stiggs.
Oh, I don't know. You're playing Gallup.
I think so.
I don't know.
The Cowboys.
I probably have better options than Gallup.
Hurts me to say, but I think the Cowboys have scored 33 points at minimum in the last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Every time, and they're getting everybody
Okay,
the
so
ball.
who do you play, Gallup or Cooks? Which one?
Brandon Cooks?
Yeah.
Probably Gallup.
See, I play Cooks. So
There
you go.
James Cook, Pollard.
Oh, James
Dak.
Cook has really come on. You're definitely playing them.
Yep. Josh Allen. He's going to throw
Definitely playing
2 interceptions and 3 touchdowns.
Dig-
or whatever it's going to be.
Diggs will probably only score 14, 15 points again.
You think so?
Yep. He's really struggled this year.
I'm going to say stat line, maybe 5 receptions, a touchdown, and 70 yards. What's that put him at?
18.
18?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Seems pretty solid.
Okay.
I mean, it's not the Diggs of old getting 30 points, but...
I
18.
caution you, if Dalton Kincaid plays, I know he's dealing with the injury, and Dawson Knox is back. I caution you on the Bills tight ends, though. If you got a better option out there,
That's where you want Cole Kmet scoring 10 points consistently.
I take a Cole Kmet or maybe even a Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Sunday night football, we got the Ravens visiting Jacksonville. Also possible trap game, but I do have the Ravens.
I do have the Ravens. I think.
I actually picked the Jaguars.
The Jaguars. I was like, wait a sec. I think you picked the Jags.
I 100% did.
Yes. I got the Ravens.
I forgot what is it, confidence level. I put it as one of my lowest ones, but I think it's a possible trap game. Lamar Jackson is not great against AFC teams. But
you're starting him.
Yes. No. I'm saying game-wise.
Yeah.
Who's going to win.
Gotcha.
And they've been being able to spread the ball around a lot, just like the Cowboys. I would actually start Odell Beckham, Zay Flowers, and Likely.
Oh, wow.
All three of them have had consistently good games for 2 or 3 weeks. If you're looking for, especially I wrote it down because by Sunday night, if you're looking for a home run, and I'm definitely putting OBJ over my flex spot instead of Swift, like you were saying.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
If that's
I would never thought that.
Kind of what you're looking for.
That's good.
If Swift is your second string, or second running back, obviously you can't, and I would say you keep playing with them, but that's going into Monday's game.
But do you play someone like Keaton Mitchell over DeAndre Swift?
No.
For running back? If he's your second running back?
No.
Just wondering.
No, Keaton Mitchell hasn't been doing good. I would sit Ravens receivers.
Been doing better.
He only got 7 touches last game.
Okay.
So I think he touched the ball a total of 10 times.
I think DeAndre Swift touched the ball 3 times last week. So
I think he's touched the ball. I think he's touched his balls more than that football.
So I'm just saying.
I had the same fucking conversation last night with somebody. Every time the Eagles run less than 10 times.
Okay, we're not on the Eagles game yet.
God bless America.
But that's literally what we're talking about. Keaton Mitchell, you're saying only had 7 touches, but you're like
the only reason we're getting
touches.
into Monday night. The only reason I'm saying play Swift is fool me once, shame on you, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. I'm a gambler. I'm doubling down and saying we're playing DeAndre Swift. Okay. I'm also playing.
So we're on Monday night. We both got the Eagles.
No, I'm also playing Evan Ingram, Etienne, and Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
I'm sitting Calvin Ridley though.
On there.
Yes. Unless I'm looking for a huge home run again.
Yeah.
Because the Ravens gave up a ton of
Rams. I'm probably not playing Trevor Lawrence, even though Stafford looked good against Ravens too.
I think he'll be fine.
Okay.
Depending on what you're gutting.
Yeah.
Because of all those injuries. Okay, now to Monday night.
Okay.
Eagles visiting the Seahawks. We do have the Eagles. Again, the Eagles and DeAndre Swift are in the same boat as me. Or not as me. I think put them in the same category. They lose a game, he's bad. He doesn't play well, they lose a game. 2 in a row. Third one, figure something out. They have to win. They're the 5th seed at this point. Please run 15 times. Yep. I'm going to lose. I'm going to the game because we're here. And I'm going to lose my mind if they do not run the ball 20 times by the 4th quarter.
I think they can run the ball. I think they need to run the ball. I think they will. Hopefully, I shouldn't say I think. Hopefully they will run the ball because I believe that DeAndre Swift would have a very good game if they do against the Seahawks. Seahawks defense has definitely taken a downturn. A.J. Brown's going to rock it. Devonta Smith's going to rock it. Jalen Hurts better pick it up because he has not played well. This getting by and just winning, I know we talked about it before, is not going to get you to a Super Bowl and
you
win
look at
the
the
Super Bowl.
Steelers, and they were just winning, but they're getting out.
Yeah, look what's happening
now,
to them.
It catches up to you.
Yeah, and they don't have the talent the Eagles have, so it won't catch up to the Eagles as fast, but it will catch up against teams like the Cowboys, 49ers, those teams that are Ravens. They won't be able to beat any of those teams.
No.
Hurts, I'm calling you out. You need to play better. You need to score. You need to get the ball to DeAndre and AJ and Devonta.
That also being said,
play your Eagle receiver or your Seahawks receivers.
I'm playing the Seahawks receivers as well, and Kenny Walker.
31, 31st defense, Eagles against pass.
They're giving up so much everywhere. The whole predicament with the Cowboys-Eagles game was the Cowboys can't beat good teams. I don't know if they beat a good team
Eagles
on Sunday.
don't have good defense, and their offense looked cruddy too. So
they showed that the Eagles' offense is ass.
Yeah, you could. Speaking of, Geno Smith plays. He's looking like he's playing. You could play Geno this week.
I almost put him down as a sit, and as soon as I started writing it, I thought, no, the Eagles are so bad that Brian Dawkins should probably go back out to big safety.
He should. Another one. If I had the choice between Geno and Patrick Mahomes, that would be interesting.
That would be another one too,
right?
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about. That's how bad the Eagles' defense at secondary is, and that's how bad Mahomes has looked this year.
Yeah, and his receivers and
But I don't know about Kenneth Walker
Anyways,
and Zach Charbonnet, so
I don't. Yeah, I would look at their injury situation and what's kind of going on.
They're kind of
consistent. We are. Yeah, consistency wise.
Split in time, and the Eagles' run defense obviously is way better than the pass defense. So
yeah,
that's what we got.
Fantastic.
Week 15
sounds good.
Good luck, playoffs.
Let's launch it.